I would like to tell you a story about how a doctor in Las Vegas diagnosed my son incorrectly.
I have a little room to tie a knot, but that's okay. So Demetrius, be careful with this IV, okay? So when you're going to and from the bathroom, because I know you're doing a lot of trips,
Okay.
and I know it's a pain, but we don't want anything pulling. So if I can rearrange things so it's better for you, just so like nothing is pulling, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me see, where's this one going? Just so you're not too tangled up. Let's do,
Rich.
And then you need to spit. Not drink that. That's just for rinsing. Use your brush. This water is good. That's tap water. Just rinse your brush with that. Our tap water is disgusting.
What am I supposed to rinse my mouth with?
You're just gonna brush it out. Brush it again with that clean water, and it'll start coming out. Spit it in here. Okay, let's go over it one more time with the. Yeah. Add some water too. It's okay to brush your teeth with bottled water.
Over there, I have some washcloths. It looks like we have some wipes for a while. What else do I need to bring? You have these 2 wipes. What else do I need to bring in?
I believe that is good.
Do we need some new ice water, Demetrius?
No.
No?
You guys have been really good. I mean, he has everything. He has everything he needs. He just really needs to get game plan. Let me see.
Now what?
Okay, spit it. What he actually needed was the truth. Now you need to rinse.
What?
You probably are going to need to use your water. We're going to have to refill that water.
Okay.
Okay?
So I'll bring in some new ice water.
Yeah.
Let's just use this water.
Okay.
We didn't actually know what was wrong with him. You're going to do it at this time?
To drink?
I have some ice water right there too.
Okay.
Thank you. I didn't know why he was so sick. Yeah, rinse it out good. Don't swallow that. Spit it in here. Mm-hmm. This ain't no pig Latin. Are you trying to get a good rinse? There you go with that. Demetrius thinks I can understand what that means. I'm going to try and guess though, baby. Come on. You can't. You cold. That water's need to be cold? It's cold. Does it hurt your teeth? A little bit. I know what you're saying, son. We don't need English. Yeah. Now use this towel and wash your mouth. And if you need to rinse again, then you'll be cool. You gotta get that good. So anyway, we was in angel number room 555. This room was one door away from the ICU. And we was at Summerlin Hospital. That's what I was doing yesterday. Helps get the skin off. We was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wipe your teeth too, the towel. This was the pediatric unit. Man, when you're in pain, it's just terrible. And I'm going to call Alexis back while you're not crying, okay?
It makes me sad.
You don't want to talk to her?
No, you can talk to her.
So Alexis was also in pain. She was actually having a baby at this very moment. I was going from Summerlin Hospital to Southern Hills Hospital back to back.
A lot of skin, huh?
Right now I would have called him skinny, but that would have been too funny, and they don't have a sense of humor.
Still got a little bit.
And Demetrius' dad has no sense of humor. So I kept everything serious. Look at those blood vessels that popped in his eyeballs. The doctors haven't fed my son in 3 days so far. He gotta be hungry. He's so dehydrated, his skin is dry, his lips are peeling.
Done. I need one a little longer.
So Demetrius is here because they said he has Crohn's disease. They said he has bleeding ulcers in his stomach. Today we finally got a bag of food. So this is like food in a bag where he's not starving. I gotta admit, his girlfriend is here the whole time. All that junk on the floor looks like his dad might have bought his bags here. Since Demetrius' girlfriend was willing to stay, I was able to still work. I was scared though, my son was in so much pain. My mom came by, showed some love. My sister came by, gave him some alkaline. At this point, he's in so much pain, they bought him his own machine for morphine. They like, Demetrius, if you have any pain, we want you to press this button. Demetrius' arms got skinny. This where I slept the whole time, waiting for my son to get better. Demetrius didn't even want to watch no TV. Kept track of this board so we could know who the nurse was for the day. This was his room, and we didn't know when he was going home. I ain't gonna lie, this was a scary situation. The doctors was trying to reassure us that her medicine was everything that Demetrius needed to get better, so we didn't have a choice but to try and believe in her. It's like you want to have faith in the doctors and their medicine, but it's like you don't really know. At the end of the day, I was wondering if they even knew what they were talking about half the time. They seemed like they was clueless a lot of the time, honestly. I was watching her try and get this needle in his arm. That was so many failed attempts. I was getting irritated. Now you got both of my son's arms all jabbed up. They said Demetrius needed to have an infusion a couple times per month, and so this was getting a little scary for me. We would go to this outpatient clinic and see people that were different from us. But this part right here blew me away. She had so many vials of chemotherapy solution that she was going to pump into him, and I was like, what? The funny thing is that the medicine made him feel better, so the doctor wanted us to stay with it. But the contraindications for the medicine was all odds against the young black male. In fact, they said it's a high chance of death if you're a black guy. Anyway, we had to get a second opinion, and turns out Demetrius did not have Crohn's disease the whole time. We did an endoscopy and a colonoscopy for a second opinion. The results gave me my baby back. He needed to hear that. He was scared too. Nobody wants to think they have some type of terminal illness. He needed to hear that good news. The results were negative, but this clinic diagnosed my son incorrectly, and that could have killed him. This medicine that they needed him to take to get better was toxic and dangerous for him. So I stopped everything, period. No more hospitals, no more doctors, no more infusions. We're done. We had enough, and we have no family history, doctor. Demetrius said as soon as he got home, his grandpa put him in a limo and gave him a joint. I was like, my advice, always get a second opinion. Doctors are practicing medicine. Your lives matter. My son's life mattered. So what happened to Demetrius? Demetrius got into my medication and took one. 800 milligram ibuprofen, and it ruined his stomach. Today, Demetrius is doing perfect, and he no longer takes medicine that's not prescribed to him. Thank God for the ability to hear the Holy Spirit when He speaks to you. Trust your intuition. Get a second opinion. Don't let your children get a hold of your medication, no matter how old they are. Demetrius has been cleared of all medical conditions.